We are. We are. This video highlight is brought to you by our wall of famers who make it possible for me to carve time out of my very busy real life schedule and do what it is that I love to do. Be with you. Thank you. Oh, this is Suno. I use this a bit. We've done like music contests with these where like people type in the prompts of music, and like we had like a really cool contest where like we chose the best one that we liked. And you know, Suno's actually really good for content creators that want to like cut in music and stuff, but like there is a portion of people that are going to lose out to AI, and there's probably a larger portion than people are even going to imagine, where musicians are losing out on making a living because of this. So this is something that's really happening. I don't think, like, the title of this is musicians will be obsolete in 5 years. I don't think so, because here's the thing. I've heard some amazing things from Suno, but mostly what I've heard from Suno, you can tell it's Suno, or you can tell it's AI created. Like, I don't think, I've heard some really good stuff from AI. No shit. From Suno and other programs that do this. I really have. But they all have this, what I want to say, I'm a musician. I've been a guitar player since the age of 11. And I think it's the meter. I think a lot of the meter that is used, like there's something in the music that you can hear that it is AI. The way it's sung, the rhythm, there's something in it that makes me know it's AI. It hasn't gotten to the point where I can't differentiate. It's getting there, and it will get there. And it is cause for concern for musicians. That is for sure. Erad uses this. Jamma asked if Erad uses this. Yes. Mad Style said stop using Suno a long time ago. What will train the AI algorithm, says Daft. This is a really interesting topic. Who put this in here? Was this Retro that put this in here, dude? I think Retro did. Jamma says, I really dislike it when people doom and glim AI. Look, there will people like us that will still like to buy vinyl. Yeah, there's still going to be a section of people that want just people to make the music, right? I think on a large scale, though, it will definitely hit the industry. It will definitely hit musicians. There's just no way to say that it's not. I don't think it's a doomer kind of a stance, but I do think it's going to cut into a lot of people's livings, primarily in movie production. I think, like, even if you're looking right now at video, like AI video, it's going to hit the movie industry hard and the entertainment industry hard. Hell, it's even going to get into the content creation. It's going to hit that really hard. Will it stop me from doing what I'm doing? No. I think that, you know, overall, you're going to be able to tell the difference from AI and humans, because humans make mistakes. It's going to make our flaws. It's going to make our flaws and mistakes actually like stand out to the point where we're like, hey, man, I like watching human beings because they're making flaws and mistakes where AI is really not, right?
So I hung out with a friend last week that I haven't seen in over a year, and while we were hanging out, he told me about this app. Essentially, it's a music app that helps you write songs. Apparently, you give this thing prompts, and then it spits out a bunch of different variations of what your song could sound like. I haven't used it yet, and I wanted to wait until I had a chance to film it before I used it so we could check it out together. This kind of starts a conversation. If AI can essentially write entire songs, then where does that leave musicians? Whether
musicians stopped making money a long time ago from one of the easiest ways that they could make money was off of their albums. I mean, like, they had so much in terms of album sales, and Napster took away that revenue from them in the 90s. So, like, they had to adjust in the new style and the new way that musicians are making money are through live shows. They're making money through live shows. That's never going to go away. The thing is like, the only time AI is going to be able to bite into the whole live show experience is when you have bots. When you have bots that actually have AI, and then the bots are playing the music, which is going to be huge, and people are going to love it just because you got bots playing AI. But essentially people are going for the human experience. Like when you're talking about like live shows, live jams, feeling the feels, having a good time, you want to be with other people also doing the same. Seeing bots with AI playing music is going to be fantastic, but it's not going to have the same vibe as hanging out with humans, watching humans play music. I mean, the whole thing is a human experience. I don't think that's ever really going to be taken away. I think that'll be bit into by AI, but I don't think like having festivities and going to a concert and seeing people play live that are human with other humans that are live will ever go away. That's the revenue stream that musicians have now. I think that's always going to be something that happens, and not till way in the future when bots have AI and fleshy outsides and you're not really able to tell like human from bots anymore. That's when it's going to get like, what the fuck is going on? We're not anywhere near that point. 10 years, 15 years, maybe. We're getting closer, and it's not that far off. Like people always think like that is like a crazy future and that's way far off. No, it is not. If you see like full self-driving cars right now with AI inside, like how Grok is going to be introduced into Teslas, it's a whole nother experience. It's a whole nother level. You think people are going to walk away from that experience and be like, blech? No, they're going to be like, wow, what the fuck just happened to me? I'm living in Star Trek. For people that aren't going to get caught up in the political and the whole Elon is bad or the Elon is good argument, and they just want an experience, and they're getting in a car that drives them from A to B by itself, and they're talking to their car. I mean, there's nothing out there like that. That is an AI product. That is an AI experience. There's literally nothing out there like that. So people are going to walk away from that experience pretty much being blown away. And I think eventually that's going to be the way that it is. You could disagree with me. That's okay. That's just me. It's me, my opinion. I'm speculating, I know. But eventually that's just, I think, the way that reality is going to be. So when I say like I can imagine bots like 10 to 15 years out that have AI in them and are interacting with people in the real world, I don't think that's out of this world. I really don't. Look how fast AI, look how fast these LLMs have progressed within 3 years. Crazy. Look at these programs like Suno. Look at how fast it's all evolving. It is crazy. Like people don't even get it. Because, you know, when you get into these moments and these paradigm shifts where it just eventually you wake up and it's different. It's a different world. And that happens almost every day now. Time is moving so fast. Think about how fluid time is and how fast it's been moving lately. We're on this breakneck pace right now. It is crazy. Like I'm waking up every day to something new. And this is just part of the world that we're creating for ourselves, man.
Now or 5 years from now or 10 years from now. I just did a contest for singers where I put out like an instrumental track and I told singers to write an original part over it and send it to me, and then I was going to pick a winner and they were going to feature on a song and all this stuff. Now, that contest that I did, I've gotten a couple thousand different singers sending me entries, right? So I got to hear how my song could sound with unlimited amount, you know, basically of different types of writing, different types of styles. In a way, that's similar, I guess, to where you're able to hear something done a ton of different ways. But in my case, I was using real humans instead of a computer. Now, it takes longer, and it's humans doing it, which I always advocate for actual humans doing stuff. You know, now not everyone has access to hundreds or thousands of singers, but for X99 a month, you can have access to a computer that has access to tens of thousands of singers, right? Because that's kind of how AI works, pulls from already existing artists. I do think there will always be, hopefully, a majority of the population that wants music from real people. But with that being said, I have seen a lot of people say that like they don't really give a shit who made the song as long as it sounds good, kind of in a way like a consumable item. If you're buying a bag of chips at the store, like, do you really care who made the bag of chips? Or do you care more if it tastes good, right? I don't know, just a thought. Another thing too, in relation to AI taking ideas from other artists. Write me a song that sounds like Alice in Chains. Write me a song that sounds...
Oh, this guy's got good musical taste. Alice in Chains mentioned within the first 2.5 minutes. Let's hear it for this dude.
Sir. You're not gonna hate me.
Yeah. Plain Staley. Lane Staley had the craziest scream. Just a guttural, demonic sounding scream when he wanted to. So melodic, it was crazy. I loved Lane, and such a cool melody. Like, his voice was so good. Yeah, yeah. He put the yeah, didn't he? Yeah. Like, I love it. Lane, damn, I miss Lane. Ugh.
Like Black Sabbath. Like, AI is often criticized because it pulls everything from something that already exists online that was made by someone else. Ozzy Osbourne, as far as I know, has never said AI is allowed to use my voice, essentially, to put onto a song. Like, for example, I love Killswitch.
Right, Gator, right.
I love Whitechapel, Breaking Benjamin.
Killswitch, great. Killswitch, another. Let's hear it for this dude, man. This guy's got some good taste in music, man. I love Killswitch, man.
Van Halen. And if you knew that while listening to my guitar playing or while listening to the songs that I write, you'd be able to tell. You'd be like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, I can hear Adam D in this. I can hear Benjamin in this. I can hear Eddie in this. AI is essentially doing a similar thing, right? Taking inspiration from something that already exists, and then it spits out something new that's influenced by someone else's sound. Does that make sense? It just removes the human element. Some real dangers of what this looks like as well. Rick Beato just did a video on this. There's this band has like 500,000 monthly listeners, and it's basically essentially a fake band, right? It sounds like an old school 60s or 70s band, and not bad if I'm being honest. Like, decent music. Now you might say, so what? What happens when there are 10,000 or 50,000 AI bands that record labels are now flushing into the world to make a shit ton of money without
like I said, where it's going to affect the most is in the content creation and media areas, because a lot of the corpo guys are going to want to cut their costs and their expenses, and they'll just go get AI music. But it's to the point where, like, if they were found out that they used it, they would be shunned. At this particular point in time, I think people would just be like, ugh, like, I can't believe you did AI for the music or the soundtrack on this for big productions. You know, you smaller content creator, you're using it for your org in a video game, you know, these types of things, not a big deal. Go ahead for it. But like, if you were to use like AI and you were a top exec of a movie outfit or distributor, and you use AI for your soundtrack, you know, and people found out, they'd be like, they would shun you. They would be like, ew, I can't believe you did that. That's kind of like where we're at right now. So in terms of like what I see coming down the way is like, you're going to see a lot of like, I would say like, you know, people that are coming into the studio for soundtracks and that, they're going to lose jobs. They're probably going to lose jobs. Eventually, more and more of these execs are going to choose AI because of the cost savings. But it's going to be a long time till that stigma washes away. It's going to take almost a generation for that maybe stigma to wash away, right? As far as the live music component of this, people want to connect with people. You guys understand what I'm saying? Like, you want to know like Lane Staley. You want to know Chris Cornell. You want to know these people, Page and Plant. You want to know that you want to have a connection with the people playing, and you will go to them to see them live. That's never going to go away. That's never going to go away. And no AI is ever going to take that away from people. Right. People like people, right? People are not going to pay to go to a show. Eventually, okay. Eventually they will, but no time soon. No time soon. Like I said, way in the far out future when bots are fleshy and you can't tell the difference, and then they are musicians and they're playing. Yeah. Right? Now, no. Now, no. And I think inherently people will kind of cringe away from that when it does happen. I think there will be a novelty to it when you first see bots play and have a show. There'll be like a novelty, like you're like, whoa, this is crazy shit. But that will slowly wear off back because people need the human connection. It's art. It's music. I've seen AI create some crazy art. And I like a lot of the art that I see from these image generation AI. I do. But like when I know it's from AI, it's not as cool as when I know it's from a person. So if I know somebody actually did art themselves and made it, it's extremely more valuable than AI art. I think what you'll find is in the art realm, and this applies to musicians, this applies to artists. I think maybe what AI is going to do is going to accentuate the artists and make the artists more valuable. What do you think of that? I think that human created art, human created music will be even more sought after because AI will flood us with tons of AI, even if we're not able to tell the difference and it's that good. If we do by chance find out that it is created by AI, we won't be as impacted if it's by humans. When humans actually will have more value and create more value creation through their art, whether it be music, paintings, whatever, and they're made by humans, actually will elevate and make more valuable the people that are in this industry. So, you could argue that actually AI is the best thing that could have ever happened to artists. Weird take, but that's why you come here. That's why you come here.
Having to pay real artists a penny. It's easier, it's faster, no worry about musicians getting canceled, controversies, drugs. And you might say, well, labels won't do that. Like, come on, like, you think so? Sounds like a pretty good deal for them. I literally know a pop producer that is using this Suno app right now. And he's not just some small no-name producer. Like, he has won Grammys and he writes songs for some of the biggest artists in the world, and he is using this AI tool right now. So, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Here's what I think about that. People are just going to be like, when they find that out, they're going to be like, ugh, is this stuff AI? Okay, well, that's cool. Maybe I like the song. Maybe I like it just for the song's sake, but it's made by AI, and that will generally turn people off. So, I mean, in the long run, I think it might actually hurt people that are doing that more than help people, because people want to connect with people, and artists will be elevated. Again, it's an interesting take. I don't hear a lot of it out there. Hi, welcome to DG360.
Think about that. Like, what is your opinion on all of this AI stuff in music? Is it bad because it's not a real human doing it? Or do you even care? Like, I'm genuinely curious what you...
I literally think it's going to make those people shine brighter. I think it's going to make... This is a crazy take. Run with me on this one. I literally think it's going to accentuate and spotlight people that excel in music and art, and it's going to actually it's going to bring more people to the artist, believe it or not. For people that are just kind of listening and they're not going to eventually be able to tell, yeah, okay, it's going to hurt a little bit, but like once those people do a little digging and research it and realize it's not a real person, lights out. So they're going to try and find an actual person that does it.
Think. So anyways, I really want to check this app out. So I figured we'd do it together for the first time ever and just see how easy it is, me not having a clue how this shit works, to dive.
Oh, I totally disagree with you, Maddie. Maddie says this isn't about art. It's about profit and controlling messaging. I think that this entire industry, when it comes to AI and art, when AI is being applied to the art world, will actually enhance and create value for the artists that exceed and excel, and actually will accentuate and help them and create more value for actual human beings. I think that's, I think you're only going to go so far with this. It'll be there, like I said, it'll be used by execs, and it'll be used by people in the media world and Hollywood and all that, and it'll be job destruction for those people in that world. But for the actual artists, I think actually it might help. I know it's a weird take.
Dive in and make a song. Suno. AI for music creators. Make
any
song you can imagine. Type any idea.
No, I know we're not talking about the artist or creator. I'm talking about, hi, welcome to the show, Maddie. I'm talking about it in this way because I'm watching it, and this is that unoriginal content. This is that unoriginal content we are talking about.
Okay, describe your song.
It's gonna be so. They're gonna. AI is going to saturate the market so much that people will be sick of it, and people will search out actual humans, and those that excel will actually benefit more.
Instrumental with country vocals. So you can add audio, you could add lyrics. All right, interesting. Did it already make me too? Shadows of the Abyss.
It will not be successful. Like Maddie's saying, we're not talking about the artists or creators. I know I am, because I'm talking about the humans. It's about companies using it to gatekeep out people who don't have the right messages. That will get to what happens when that happens. When anybody tries to gatekeep or tell you how to think, what happens to that? It falls on its face. It falls flat on its face. It's never successful. It always goes down into burning flame. It always goes down into a mess because you're limiting free speech. You're limiting how people think, and it never goes good. It never goes good. It always burns down to the ground. In every instance, in every example out there, that's what it's done, Maddie. That's what it's done every single time. Jamin says, I think art that is created by hand, that crafted music, painting, etc., will make that art more valuable. Absolutely, Jama. I agree with you. I have friends. I have this conversation with one who has been a painter over 30 years. He's worried about this AI stuff. Yeah, I'm not misunderstanding it. I get what you're saying, Maddie. I get what he's saying. I'm creating an additional topic for you because you're watching a show. And what's the point of watching somebody watching something? You could just watch this, or you could watch me adding additional content, right? Isn't that what we were talking about earlier, Maddie? I'm adding an additional topic of conversation. That's what, hi. Welcome to DG360. I understand what the man is saying. I know you think that I don't. I get where he's going on this. What I'm trying to talk about is the human aspect of this, the artist, the person who's actually creating, the person who is responsible for creating amazingness, who has an imagination. That's who I'm talking about.
Yes, country vocals, black metal instrument, male vocals, metal, black metal country.
No, I know you know. I know that.
Yo.
That's good. I like it. I like it. And just hearing it right now, I like it. And my point is this. You could have all the people in the world trying to keep people out, right? You could have all the execs in the world trying to gatekeep this and use just AI and do this, right? Like, look, for instance, I have AI create this. Listen. I am a small time in my basement creator. I don't have the money to pay anybody for this. If I did, maybe I'd still do the AI, right? That's my prerogative to do so. I can do that, right? However, that might have like a level of disdain where people are like, I can't believe DG used AI. Maybe people will then search for people that have more of a heart or a human, like I need a human artist. I want to watch a content creator that actually pays people to make his fan feedback song. You see what I'm saying? There's already some of you right now knowing that I have AI create that for me that are pissed off at me. It's inherent inside of most people, actually. I would say put a 1 here if you get upset when somebody kind of uses AI. So I do. I actually do. I do. Like there's this stormtrooper people, they make a stormtrooper AI videos and I'm like, ugh, like, you know, like I personally like the guy that makes the animations through Unreal, AFK Studios, that does the For the Empire, right? And I'm like, I'd rather watch For the Empire because he's actually using Unreal and he's creating it, right? There's going to be people who get upset when people use AI, and guess what? They are going to seek other people that only want to do people things, and guess what? they will create the value for the artist. They're actually going to search out people that only use people and pay more. Artists will get more value from AI. You see what I'm saying? That's my take. From listening to the gatekeeping and how people are going to use AI, people will inherently, there's going to be a percentage of people that are like, I'm going to pay more to see real people, because there's going to be so much of this that's going to saturate the market that'll actually create value for real human being artists. That's my point. Like for now, you're telling me like, this is AI. I like the sound of this, right? But now that I know this is AI, there's a part of me that's like, well, it's AI. I'd much rather hear like real people do something like this. I'd much rather pay to go to a show to see real people do this, you know? But it's great for the small-time content creators that don't have the ability to pay people live. It's great for people in their basements that are trying to create content and trying to be entertaining. It's great for them. Let them use it. Like for me, I think it's great that there's a tool like this that I can use that does this, you know? You know, like that's great. I have a portion of music there for my show for fan feedback that I had AI do something. It makes the show more entertaining, and it's there for me to use as a tool, right? So like in that terms, I'm cool with it.
Haven't heard the country vocals yet. I assume it's coming up.
Yeah, you're right here. I could do better than that. That wasn't that great. That wasn't that great.
Okay, so I think what it's doing is it's saying, hey, this is a bunch of options that we're coming up with.
Yeah.
So it's giving me little clips of the instrumental.
Yes,
like the
maybe,
recording audio of that, you can tell there's like some artifacts in there, some digital distortions happening. I could just record that, put it into my own recording program like Logic or Pro Tools, and just recreate it easily. Like the creation, the thought of it.
You know what Erad did was really cool is he had AI create a tune based off of 4 chords, and he gave it the actual chords and it did it, and then he played bass over it. Did you guys check that out on Erad's channel? I think it was on his second channel. He actually like had the bassist for a song. He plugged it into AI. AI gave him the song, sang the lyrics, the whole thing, and then Erad played over it. I thought that was cool. He's experimenting with AI, you know.
It has been done. I could like re-record that, and that could be like a song. So let's see here.
But like Jamma says, give me vinyl, live concerts, talented musicians, and real songwriters. That's all I need. And that's what I mean. Like it'll actually elevate real artists and create more value for the real artist. That's my point why watching this, we're like, this guy's really, really concerned that it's going to just take over and be the end all of everything. And then it's going to gatekeep, like Maddie's saying. I don't think so. I don't agree with this guy. I think it's a great tool for people who are small time. I think the big time guys are going to try and use it. I think there will be pushback on that. I don't think people will like it for big productions where we're talking multi-million-dollar, you know, outfits that try to put together like large movies. They'll still do it. And I think there'll be large, vehement pushback against that. But for small time creation, and that, I think it's a wonderful tool. It's a tool. See, at the end of the day, it's a tool. It's how people use it. And how people use it is how it will be judged by people. Right? End of story. There we go.